Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Ricky Vision TV. Thanks for being here. I just finished doing a class on my wired for connection class, and I we went through a process about when we get triggered. And so I went through this process with the group, and someone in the class said, "Oh, are you going to send the record, or are you going to send the meditation?" And I didn't. It wasn't really a meditation. I just um, did it live, and I thought, oh, that it'd be a good idea to actually make a recording. So I'm making a recording for you and everyone else in the class. So I'll send it in later. And so we're getting a recording here, and I just want to share a couple of slides here also, just so you get so I can give a bit of background on what we actually talked about and what led to the exercise. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen now. And yeah, as you can probably see, a funny photo, but not so funny situation. So what's happened in this photo is, this boy, he's famous, as you know. Um, Basically, what happens when we're children sometimes is we get an unexpected response from an adult in our life, usually a parent or a caregiver or a person of authority. We do a certain behavior, we get an unexpected response, and in that response, we believe we've done something wrong. We make up something about ourselves, like I must be bad or I'm not worthy. If it was like we didn't get something we wanted, um, or yeah, I'm bad, I'm not worthy. What's something's wrong with me. um, and then oftentimes we ask ourselves, okay, what do we need to do to get the attention of the caregiver, or the love of the caregiver back. So sometimes we'll suppress that initial behavior, which probably wasn't wrong. It was just wasn't received well in that moment, and we can't comprehend all the factors that went into why we got the response we did. Um, Regardless, we suppress that behavior. We come up with another behavior, and sometimes that's a plea. Where our parents are pleased, or the caregiver or authority figures pleased by that. Sometimes it takes, behavior A doesn't work, behavior B doesn't work, behavior C. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, I'm gonna do behavior C more often, and then we suppress parts of ourselves, and we make up something about ourselves in that moment. Um, and I'm just gonna forward to the next slide, um, where what happens when we do get triggered. So when we do get triggered, um, someone is basically in adulthood now. So as we navigate through life, as we get older, when someone starts to poke at those feelings we hold about ourselves, like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I must be bad. When we get close to other people in relationships, and they start to get closer to these parts of us that we're hiding, we start to hide and defend, and sometimes even attack and blame. So when we get triggered, sometimes we respond aggressively, because we don't want that person to see our faults, or those parts of us that we've hidden away, because they're shameful for us. So I went through an exercise. I'll actually stop sharing my screen. We went through an exercise today that sort of helped with just processing when we do get triggered. So I'm gonna I'm gonna play some music here, and but I want you to start to think of a recent trigger you've had, and just think of a recent trigger and just give it a name. So just let's just play along here. We'll work this out. We'll work through this together. It's a pretty cool process, and I think you'll be feeling a lot better by the end of it. Also, I'm going to put a PDF of this process in the comments, so you can download that. And actually, you can write it out. It's even more powerful if you write out some of the answers to the questions and what you're feeling and where that emotion is located. So, but basically, we're gonna locate an emotion, feel through it, and then possibly bring some healing to it. So first of all, I'll play some music here. So first of all, find that trigger where you've been recently triggered. Give it a name, and then just own it. Just make it, make it your own. Just own it, claim it. Yes, that's my trigger. This happened. I felt horrible. These emotions came up for me. Give it a name, Fred. Fred came up and just made me so angry, and just Fred, this Fred, it's mine. This is my Fred, and I'm owning Fred here. Whatever name you want to use, just make sure you own it. And then start to feel which part of your body that trigger sort of is active in, or where do you feel it? Where in your body do you feel it? So, yeah, just find that place. Close your eyes, feel into your body. See if you can remember even the first time feeling this way, first time you ever felt this way, and that may help you, be able to go back and reframe that memory. But that's another exercise. Let's stick with this one for now. Just feel into that body. Where is it in the body? And now breathe into that part of the body and just observe. Breathe into it, observe. See if you can describe the feeling with color, or is it a heat? Is it a coolness? Is there a fluttering or a shakiness? How would you describe this feeling with a color and a sensation? And as you sink into that, ask yourself, what has not been met for you? Or what desire has not been fulfilled? A couple questions here. Just sort of think about that. Sink into that. And then the other piece is, what part of you has not been seen? And that's a big one. So think about that. What part of yourself has not been seen? Or have you been seen at all? Just take a moment, feel that. Now I'd like you to ponder, what could be the purpose of feeling these emotions? What could be the purpose of these emotions coming up, bubbling up to the surface? And we'll talk a little more about that after this exercise, but just for now, just ponder why these emotions may be coming up for you. And now ask yourself, is there an opportunity to heal these wounds, these emotions that you're feeling that are stuck, that seem to come up and trigger you? And sometimes the triggering gets louder and louder. So is there an opportunity to heal? And as you think of the opportunities to heal, just breathe into your body, breathe new energy, and just let out whatever sound wants to come out. Maybe it's a big sigh. Just let out whatever sound. Take about 3 or 4 deep breaths here and just allow your body to release. As you release whatever wants to be released, just let go. Breathe deep, let go. Make a sound if you need to. And then I want you to take some time out later today and just journal what came up for you, and actually you can download the sheet that's in the show notes here, in the notes, and just go through it. Go through it and write everything out, because writing it out makes it even more clear. So if you write everything out, it makes it more clear, and then you can journal about it afterwards if you like. I want to come back to one point, which is, why are these emotions coming up for you? And oftentimes when we're holding on to emotions and they're stuck, and someone triggers us, and just so you know, this person is in your life to trigger you so you can bring these emotions up to heal. So consider them your angel. You might be mad at them in the moment, but they're actually your angel, here to help heal you. So they may be trying this, most likely the people who trigger us the most are usually the closest to us. So, so they're in our life for that reason, for us to be able to heal. So have a look at that emotion, see if there's an opportunity to heal. Go back as far back as you can remember from when you first felt this emotion, and then think of the story you made up around that, and ask yourself, is it true? Is it really true that I wasn't worthy in that moment? Or did I not understand what was really happening there? So just ask these questions of yourself, and just start to unwind this programming that we have around this. Thank you for watching. If it's your first time here, please give us a like, subscribe. I'd love to hear what happened for you after you did the exercise. Just put a note in the comments. Hey, Rick, this is what happened for me. This is what came up for me. I'd love to hear, and yeah, share whatever you like. Please like, please subscribe. Download the worksheet in the notes. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.